1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Cool. Nope, that's what I wanted to share. Well, hello, hello! Welcome to the 2026 B Round 3 of the GTSE Championship in Gotham City today. Very fun track, very new track, very different kind of style. I like it. It's nice. It's got PBR ground, I believe. It's nice and shiny. Welcome everybody to the GT Super Endurance Championship. We are now in our driver meeting. Everybody hanging out with Emmy in the tent, waiting for instructions to get this started. Let me get my phone so I can see your comments. Say hello, I'd see you're on YouTube. For some reason I can't. Oh yeah, I can't see the live. Okay, we're good. Something I did not do is de-render the spectators, which I should probably do. And he says hello, welcome to round 3 of the GTSE 2026 season of at Gotham City. This track is a very unique track. As you can see, it's basically centered around the Gotham City. It's the Gotham City Grand Prix. We have a brand new HOD here sponsored by the Apex Angels. Shout out to Lara and Atsi for making it here for us. It's very easy to cycle through the cameras. I can even cycle through the drivers, so this is gonna be very nice. It's gonna be very fun to use. We have a little track. It's a fairly basic layout, but it gives good racing. There's a lot of good draft, as you can see from the overhead view. It's kind of like, it's very similar to what's this track? Never mind, it's not. No, never mind. But yeah, so it's got a lot of Here, a lot of 180-degree turns. Two last right-handers that are pretty fast, so it should be a fun track to race. We'll see how it goes. This should go very well. At the moment, we're at the driver's meeting here with Emmy, who says, she first like to thank Kathleen Spitfire for having the FEA as her guest today, letting us use her tracks for the GTSE series, and also to thank her for being here today to help make sure everything runs smoothly. Shout out to Kathleen Spitfire, it's a nice track they've made. And second, Emmy says, I do not have the ability to send SIM-wide messages here, so instead, I'll be using a HUD that will let my text be seen anywhere on SIM. So drivers, we're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to the chat, or at least their team, so they can relay it to the driver. And because of this, if I do say something during the race, I will say it several times in a row just so it is clearly visible and doesn't get lost in the other text. This is not me yelling at you, it's just to be as visible as possible, says Emmy. So again, we won't be able to see the little ribbon on the top right when there's a SIM message, if there's a drive-through or a warning or anything of the like. So Emmy's gonna spam it in chat, basically. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The only thing... Oh, crap. Okay. That is... Does it come out if I take this off? Yes, it does. Crap. That is a problem. I am going to talk to Etsy very quick. Give us a second. Yeah, it was restarted at 10 Daisuke. Alright. Well, we're just doing a little bit of a meeting here, so while we do that, let's get some ambience music going. Dun, 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 dun. So that is it for the first service meeting. We line up in the pit lane and get ready for qualifying. Get everybody ready to go, and just so everybody here knows who, or at least these are the teams that signed up, we're going to see who is actually racing for who. But we have here our GTSE official spotters, or official teams. We have Luke Carmona racing the C25 Spider, raced by Luke, by Marcus, and Tron Udall. Then we have Apex Angels racing the Coyote DP, raced by @C Kelia and Lara. Then we have Stewart Motorsports racing the Creation car with the Taylor and Corey. We've got Renaissance Van Withelmine racing the EM925. We got Astrea Evergarden and Siniso. We got Atomic Racing Team racing the AMR1. We got Sam Phoenix, Krikri, and Rikamo, yeah, sorry. And then we got Midnight Syndicate racing the C25 Spider as well. It's Daisuke and Hina. We got MD Racing racing the EM925 with Don Romario and Mila Romario. And then we got the Renaissance Van Withelmine as well, EM925. They're racing, it's a second team actually. They're racing Rao and Ragnar. And finally we got Veneto racing the Riley DP with Evely, Jesus, and Valky. So it should be a fun race. It should go great. We're ready to go. Everybody lining up here, getting ready to race. Huh? Ooh. Oh yay, this is good. Thank you, Lara. Sorry, just sorting some things out. Beautiful. All right. So everybody's lining up at the pit lane, getting ready to do a bit of qualifying. I do believe it's a 10-minute qualifying, and then we're ready to get on with the race. Oh my goodness, everybody's riding to me today. Some privacy to this again. Shout out to Lara, she's the most adorable person you'll ever meet. She's amazing. Sure everybody has script check mode on with the green card, because otherwise we cannot cheat. And some people like to use speed HUDs, nudge nudge, and our gate detects it too. But the cars, when they have the screen text above them, means the drivers driving them are at 0 scripts. There's absolutely no way to cheat that way. Everybody's fair. Yeah. Of course, Katie. Of course. So we're just about getting ready to qualify now. She perfect. Once more, welcome to the GTSE GT Super Endurance Championship. We're at round 3 in a very, very, very interesting track called Gotham City. Let me see if I can hook up my controller, because I forgot to. So I can give you guys a little fly around lap of this track. It's actually really fun. Does my flag cam work? We will see in just a moment. Movement, joystick, give me my controller. It does indeed. Alright. Let's give you a little bit of a fly. Just as qualifying starts too. Give you a little bit of a little tour around the track. We've got a first right-hander here that's a very, 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 very wide. Just as the cars get out on track. This will be nice to watch. Oops. Going to another sweeping right 180-degree corner. Going to another 180-degree corner. Very technical. Very, very nice to set up if you do right. Going a bit of a long straight out back. It's a 2 quick right-handed corners. They chain in together really nicely to get a nice run out for the finish. And that's a very quick lap of Gotham City. A lot of series of 180-degree corners, one linked after the other, into a fast back part of the track, which leads to some fun, good racing, a lot of draft on this track, so should be a lot of fun to watch. Let's get out there on track. Now, I am unsure. I think I am way too far from... Really? I might be a bit too far from the finish. I'm surprised. From the start gate. Boy. I might have to move a desk a little bit closer because I don't see the start gate for some reason. Give me a moment. Or is it that I'm going crazy? Give us a moment. Oh yeah, I'm a little too far from the start gate. So we're gonna relocate, I think, to over here where Emmy's hiding. Just because we're a little too far from the start gate and I cannot see it in my chat. I like this position or this location, but yeah, we're gonna relocate. So give us a moment, I'll get back into the action in just a second. Maybe, can I just move it a little closer? What about there? No, still nothing. Oh, never mind. In this little corner, I do get it, so I guess we're gonna be in front of the safety car. No, that's not good. That's fine. You know what? I'll just move over here. Thinking this too complicated. Hi, Emmy. Sorry, Emmy. You're gonna relocate over here. Alright. So we're gonna have to resave camera position 1 to here. Alright, getting back to the track. So as it stands right now, we got Kurai in P1 with a 21.3, Luke P2 with a 21.45, Iker 21.55, The Clout with a 21.553, Hina 21.608, Evely 21.642, Naomi 21.663, Atsi 22.059, and Sam 22.511. Christy comes down with a 24.965. This top 8 now with Atsi getting a 21.875. Top 8 is in... The top 8 is separated by 5/10, which is absolutely great to see. Everybody close. Everybody wants to see close racing, so it should be very fun. Let's follow a lap with the Apex Angels here. Shout out to the Angels, Atsi and Lara, for providing this wonderful HUD. A lot of nice camera angles, very easy to swap between drivers and the camera angles themselves. This is going to be great for us. Atsi coming over here. The 2 sweeping 180 corners, the 3 sweeping 180 corners coming up to the back straight. Another quick right-hander for the pits, sorry. And here she comes by the finish to give us a 22.041. Atsi's fastest lap has been a 21.875. Now I put a couple camera angles myself so I can give you guys this nice little flyby. I saved the wrong one. Crap. No. Okay, hold on. More technical difficulties, but it's okay. I wanted to have this track so you can hear these cars fly by. It's so nice. Just listen to that. That's such a nice angle to have, like a low track camera. I'll be back in just a second, guys. I'll be right back. Welcome to the stream. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I have to return. I had to step away for a second. But how are we doing on qualify? Luke is taking the pole with a 21.256. Kurai still at P2 now, 21.319. We got the Clout with a 21.357. David now moves up to P4, 21.488. Iker holds out the top 5. 21 with a 5.50. We got Hina Lager Bubbles. Who the hell is Lager Bubbles? That's a new one. Do I know this person? Let's follow them around, because now, we can. We have a very awesome HUD that takes us directly to a lot of people. Holy crap. Where is Lager Bubbles? Where the fuck? Sorry. Neptune. Valky. Yorkie. Marcus. I see Lara. I don't see Lager Bubbles, so okay. Lager, whatever. Well, that's right, but it's very nice. So once more, courtesy to the Angels, this nice little HUD here lets us go directly to a driver. Say if I want to follow Luke, takes us right to Luke. Oh, well, he's not racing right now, but if I want to follow, for example, I guess Etsy's on track. Etsy is indeed on track. You can go straight to our driver cam, or I guess car cam, you would call it. It's very cool, very nice, very nicely made. I love this. Who's this Lager guy? I need a... How come he's not coming up here? That's fine. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So I need to figure out who the Lager guy is. What's his display name? Or what's his username? I don't know. Oh, I'll figure it out eventually. That's okay. Looks like qualifying is over, and as it stands, we have Luke in P1 with the 21.25, Kurai 21.31, the Clout 21.35, David 21.48, Iker 21.55, Hina 21.601, Lager with a 21.624, Evely 21.642 falls to P8, Naomi P9 21.663, at CP 10 21.724, Christy Dawn P11 21.925, Christy 22.05, Tron 22.2. Just so you guys have an idea, from P1 to P11, we are separated by 7/10. So everybody's in the 21s. There's just 3 vehicles out of the 21s, which means it's going to be a very close race. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. It should give us great racing, and I'm excited, and I'm all for it. I have to figure out who this Lager Bubbles guy is, or girl. Max, the Cloud. He's Golden Boy. Little Bear. Oh, it's Little Bear. Okay, fuck. That took me way too long to realize it's fucking Little Bear. Well, hello, Little Bear. Well, now we know who Lager Bubbles is. I'd never seen his username. He changed it. It's Little Bear. There he is. Thank you, Lara. Oops. We are live. I'm gonna say this again in the chat in case someone missed it. So there's still a card on track for some reason. I guess they're practicing. I'm not sure, but we are now going back to the driver's meeting here at the tent. Oh, right. I have to fix this. And my new desk location is here. GT Super Endurance. I'm going to save this as 1. Cool. Let's go back into the tent to have a word with Emmy before the start of the race. Looks like Luke Carmona is going to be starting in pole. Beautiful, beautiful qualifying lap. Let's see if Carmona can hold on to the lead with Kurai and the Cloud. And David and Ike. Everybody's following it behind. Everybody's fast here. And everybody's going to have the draft. And pardon me, guys, I am eating, so I'm going to be in and out here. But while we get this race started, I want to eat beforehand, so I can be your proper caster. By the way, if anyone is interested, I am looking for someone to host these with me. It'd be amazing to have someone else to talk to, someone else helping me cast out these races. So whomever's interested, hit me up. I'm happy to have someone else, as long as you're not ashamed or afraid to speak on voice. We're good to go. Oh, right, I have to set the time of day to midnight. Right. Or I guess shared environment, maybe? Oh. Thank you for reminding me. Let's make it midnight. Where is it? Midnight. So once more, we're waiting here with Emmy. While we're waiting with Emmy, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a track walk. So once more, guys, we are now at a driver's meeting here around round 3, the GTSE 2026 A Championship. We're finished with qualifying. We're just going to go final few things. Emmy's organizing herself as we speak. Getting ready to start this race. It's going to be 1 hour. A 1 hour race. We got teams of 2 or 3 drivers. Going to be swapping it in, coming in for pit stops every few laps. It should be a very fun race. All the times are very, very close, as you can see here. Pretty much P1 to P11 are separated by 7/10 of a second in qualifying time, so everybody should be racing close. It should be great. It should be fun. We don't know who's going to come out on top to be the driver or the team that's the cleanest. Should be very, very fun. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just having lunch, so if you hear me munching, I'm sorry. Looks like Emmy's ready. Maybe a little too loud. I love that little typer that Emmy has. So, Emmy says congrats to LCR1 who will be starting on pole for today's race. Luke pulling out a great pole for 21.256. About 600ths of a second ahead of P2. Very close, but fantastic. I heard someone gasp in Spanish. A starting order for today's race: LCR, followed by RBW666, then RBW45. Then mid 99, Stewart 18, Benetto 776 P6, MDRP 7444, Apex P8, number 7, Atomic number 89. But before we get to that, says Evie, she has some things to go over. So shut the fuck up and pay attention. Shout out to JC as well if you're listening, man. I miss you here in the booth. I miss you a lot. I'm okay. I'll be okay. Emi says, let's talk about the track for a bit. Like in Bay Isle, we'll be using the yellow line detector for this track as well, and most likely all tracks going forward. This means if you trip the detector, you get a penalty. There is no debate about it. So I suggest taking care when exiting pits. Which is great that they automated it. It's much easier on Emi. It lets her focus on the racing instead of paying attention every time someone's pits. So this is great. It's great moving forward. It's automated. It's wonderful. Just don't hit the yellow line when you exit the pits. That's normal. And as Emi said before, this is a very short track and we have a very long race. This means a few things. First, there will be lap cars on track, maybe several times over. And as we know, shout out to Ardo, some lappers aren't the best. There can never be a stream without a shout out to Arno, I'm sorry. It's a meme at this point. Well, no, he's improved a lot, but you know what I mean. There are some lappers that just deep sigh. Emi says, however, a lap car does not mean they're just lap traffic. In fact, pitting your car should just about put you 2 laps down on this track, even though you still may be the net leader. This makes calling blue flags almost meaningless. So I will just ask all drivers to know who you are racing, race cleanly, and pass cleanly. This is endurance racing. Traffic is part of the race. Lastly, I will just give a final warning to drivers to give room to each other. This track has several hairpin-like turns, and it is easy to pinch someone into the wall if you are not careful. So race clean, get those driving standards to par. Don't be an asshole and smack other people into the wall. Everybody spamming spanks and shit. I have to mute it for this, and I'll get the sound back once we start the race. Lastly, says Emi, I will just give a final warning to drivers to give room to each other. Oh, sorry, shit, I'm an idiot. I said that already. Any questions so far? I am very foul-spoken today. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, not sorry. Those of us joining the stream, welcome. We're just in our drivers' meeting here, going over a couple of rules before the start of the race. But Emi says she wants to talk about the rolling start. Because of the shortness of this track, we'll be doing something slightly different. So please listen. At the start of the formation lap, everyone will wait about 10 seconds before the formation lap starts moving. Just be aware of this. It's not something you need to time yourself. Just follow the safety car like normal once it starts moving. That means once the race starts, or she starts the timer, just sit still, wait until the safety car moves. Like any other race, just follow the lead. Well, follow the car in front of you, essentially. I cannot see what people are saying. So I don't know what kind of questions were asked, but let me get a little closer just so I can see. Oops. Fuck! Hold on. I can't teleport apparently. Shit, no. Nah, it's fine. Actually, I'm gonna sit here just for the meeting so I can hear people's questions. I imagine someone asked if we have to stay in slow-mo during the ace lap, which obviously you do. Shifting up to the race gear only if you need to catch up to the car ahead if you fall behind. But if everybody's in slow mode and everybody follows the car in front of them, this shouldn't be a problem. I think Don has mentioned it because he says he saw some at the last race driving, speeding and slowing, so that means people were not in slow mode. They were already in drive mode. I imagine trying to get a little bit of an advantage at the start. Instead of having to shift up, they're already in drive and just go. No, Valky, that doesn't work for endurance racing. Well, that's not how endurance racing works. That works for NASCAR, I think it is, but not for endurance. Like endurance racing, everybody gets the green flag at the same time. We're all in the line, but everybody gets the green flag at the same time. So Valky says that there's an SRL has a grid system that lets P1 go some milliseconds before it lets P2 start and things like that. It would be nice for formation start, but again, that only works for NASCAR more than actual endurance racing. NASCAR. Oh my god, Lara, that's amazing. Thank you, I love that. Hi, Lara. Hello. And our safety car driver is Anthony Stewart. This time he is not stretched out of the car, which is good to see. Good that he's managed to get his back, with proper treatment, and he's doing okay now. Anthony, getting ready for a pace car. Everybody here getting ready. People being popular here on the stream. Oh, I can't see you, Sasha, if you're trying to flex in front of the camera. Oh, never mind, she's not. Very good. All right. We're doing just team signups here. Sausage.
Hey, Laura.
You're on camera. You're on TV. You're popular. Atsiloon. Atsiloon says hello to YouTube. Wait. Bonetto, sign up. Let me get a closer angle here at Atsi. Atsi, you're popular. What'd you like to say to the crowd, Atsi? A message for the fans. No, she has no words for us today. It's okay. But I believe Lara has something to say. Lara, what are a message for the fans? I love it. I fucking love it. Try to relax your anus. Why can I? Oh, did they turn off gestures? Really? I guess they did. Yeah, it's just a game. So we're just doing a bit of a driver sign up here before we get the race started and going. Let's do. I like the main theme for this. The main theme is so cool. These are songs that used to be for GP1 when we had GP1, but I just love them so much. It's so cool, creative. I should make some music, you know, with Suno. Get something going for the. Oh, now I have a project for later today. Next stream, I'll bring you guys some nice theme songs made in Suno just for the FBA and for the GTSE. Should be fun. LCR1, please sign up. Atomic 89, please sign up. Oh no, and as I say that, Mr. Anthony Stewart once more gets stretched out of his vehicle. That cannot be good for your back. That seriously cannot be good for your back. I don't know what it is he does, if it's on purpose or not, but that's fucking hilarious. It's another going meme at this point. Oh my god. Why do people touch the gate?
For fuck's sake. What the fuck?
No, Bucky! Puta mierda, man.
No, Valky. Esta mierda, mae. Yeah, Balky, why are you ruining the gate for us? Alright guys, sorry, just a bit of some technical difficulties. Someone messed with the gate, so we have to do the sign up all over again. So give us a little bit of time, have a little bit of patience. We'll get there. Look, our very famous Mr. Balky! Está mierda, mae. Max Verstappen Empanada. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. Little bear. Well, hello. Who's got the camera on me? Yep. So, we're. Oh, crap. If I can get the angle to be like just right at the camera there. There you go. Hi, Lara. Oh, it's Atsy recording today. That is one loud camera. We'll get there eventually, guys. We'll get there eventually. Lara and Etsy, there you go. I believe in you, Lara.
Hey Lara. Hey Lara. Hey Lara. Hey Lara.
There she is. Ooh, we are officially ready to get this started. Everybody's gonna lap their vehicles. In the starting order, LCRP 1 with a nice pole. RVW 666B2. RVW 45, number 3. Fourth is Mid 99. Stewart 5th. Benetto 6th. MDR 7th. Apex 8th. And Atomic 9th. My predictions for today is, I believe... Actually, if they don't make a mistake, I believe RVW 666 can take the win today. They're going to be in strong contention with LCR. And who knows, Benetto has been known to be super strong. Benetto might move forward and fight for that top 3. We'll see how it works. What I want to see, and I believe, is an Apex top 5. I believe the girls, you got this. You got this. So everybody going around doing a lap, getting ready. Oh, I guess the gates are not solid here. I'm gonna pause this. Give us the raw sounds of the vehicles. Everybody get ready to race. Everybody line up. We're going to do, as Emmy stated, once, obviously we're not going to go when the gate starts. The pace car is going to wait about 10 seconds, then the pace lap will begin. Everybody just needs to just wait. Just follow the car in front of you. It's not that difficult. Yeah, it's a rolling start anyway, so the gates don't matter. The gates is just to line up right now before the pace lap. Back in the GP1 days, the gates were phantom anyways, and if you touched it before the race began, you got a jump start, and it was immediately a drive-through. Let's show you this beautiful lineup of cars we have here today. We got the pace car with Anthony Stewart stretched out over the top. Very nice artworks today with the vehicles. They look very pretty in this midnight lighting with the PBR roads and everything going around. Should be a fun race. It should be very close. We should see a lot of drafting. Hopefully a lot of overtakes. Should be a good race. And most importantly, no 50% battery. Shit, I didn't even see how the Formula 1 race ended today. Has it even ended? We're still doing the Formula 1 race, thinking it's still going.
Moments.
Okay, never mind. Not gonna... I am not gonna spoil it for you guys, but cool. Very nice. Very cool way to finish. Interesting. Okay. So we are waiting 10 seconds. Just people, just chill. Follow the safety car. It's not a race at the very beginning. It's a pace lap. You'll survive. You got this. And let's get ready to race. Give my cam to... Thanks again, guys, for joining the stream. Let's hope we have a good race. This is the 2026A round 3 of the GTSE Championship here in Gotham City. Ooh, interesting. Emmy says if you are in drive mode before the start, before the green lights, you'll be given a drive-through. So she's going to keep a very close eye on who is in slow mode, who is in drive mode before those green lights, so they don't gain an unfair advantage. Let's have a nice race. 10 seconds for that race to start. Everybody just needs to chill and wait 10 seconds. Just follow the pace car. And here we go. We are getting ready to race this 2026, a 1 hour race coming in just a moment. Everybody maintaining a nice, organized. Not really, there's a car that just fell behind for some reason. I guess they're gonna slot in there and just stay there. We'll see how this works. Here come the cars. Following that pace car, getting ready to start, getting ready, waiting for those green lights. We got red lights at the start. Flashing red lights, pace car is in. Green, 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 we are racing. The 2026A round 3 of this GTSE Championship. Luke with a nice calm, cool lead. It's he's already getting challenged for P2 by that RBW car. Going through those sweeping left-handers, right-handers, left-handers one more time, right-handers again. Luke holds on to that lead, but for how long? He's got the draft on him already. Let's see this angle. Ah! Coming into turn 1, he's still ahead, but that RVW is close on his heels. Now moving on to P3, there's a fight. Oh! We got the other RVW with the Benetto. Benetto on the inside moves to P3. Oh, look at the Apex Angels moving up to P4. Let's go. Atsi, I believe she's driving. Yes, she is. Coming back over to the lead, we got Luke still holding on the lead. RVW P2, but we've got a Benetto now in P3. Followed by the Apex Angels P4. Stewart has moved up to P5. Mid has fallen down to P6. Sorry, the other RVW now fell down to P7. MDR moved up a spot, and Atomic rounds out the back of the group. But how about these Apex Angels in P4? Doing great. Moving back up to the lead, we got the Luke battle with the RVW. It's Kurai. Now Kurai has been on him since the very start. We're only about 4 laps in, but this is looking like a 2, maybe 3-man battle up ahead. If Benetto, which is our very own Little Bear, can he catch up to this group at the lead? We will see. Coming through the final corner, Benetto is about 2 seconds behind the lead. He's actually 2.8 seconds behind our leader. And Luke is actually already starting to pull away from Kurai. Further in the back, we got the Apex P4. Stewart behind them. We got a little battle here for P6. RVW moves ahead of mid. RVW making moves one more time to get back up ahead. They did start P3, but had a bit of a few issues. Falling back now. Coming back up to the lead. Luke is already driving away with this one. Close behind him is Kurai, about 1.5 seconds behind him. We'll see once they come through the finish line. Kurai is exactly 1.6 seconds, and behind is Little Bear catching up to Kurai, actually. Got a very nice battle coming up ahead. Give you guys a little bit of a flyby action. Just listen. Oh, we got the Apex being challenged, it looks like. Did they lose a spot? They did not. Atsi holds on to that P4, but Iker is on the inside. Iker makes a move on Atsi. Can they make it stick? Atsi just slots in behind. And now we got a new P4. Stewart moving up. Atsi, or Apex, trying for the inside again. Not quite getting the pass done. And the pass is completed for RVW, but Atsi, or Apex, Atsi has the Giraffe. Atsi's back on their tails. Can she get the move down into turn 1? Not quite there. She's gonna slot in behind him, but careful, we got the other RVW coming up behind Atsi now. Looking to make a move, looking to make quick work of that Apex Angel vehicle, but Atsi will have none of it. Coming back up to the front, we have Luke already pulling away. Now Luke has a 2-second lead ahead of Kurai, sorry. Kurai followed closely by Little Bear, who's trying to catch up, and he's doing so very, 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 very little by little every lap. Slowly reeling him in. Here we got that beautiful Benetto car of Little Bear. Coming in on the inside of Kurai. Looks like he's reeling him in close. It's going to be a very close battle for P2. Moving on to the back, we have Stewart, P4. Looks like that RVW got past the Apex Angels again. The Apex is under trouble again as she has a mid-racing car right behind them. And they're looking to make a move right now on the outside of turn 1. Can they get it done? No. Atsi closes the door. Now she tries the inside. Drea on the inside. Not quite there. Then on the outside, she can't get the move done. Atsi did very nice defense. Further on the back, we have RV. Let me see. Okay. Luke is already coming into lap traffic, pretty much. He is on a race of his own, pretty far ahead, but we got Kurai in trouble now as Benetto. Little Bear is catching him up. Little Bear, we'll see once they come past the finish line, but Little Bear is about 1.5 seconds behind Kurai now, who has fallen back to 4 seconds behind Luke. I want to know what happened. Oh, we got Atsi on the inside. No, Atsi loses the spot to Astrea this time. Oh, sorry, is that Hina? Astrea's in the RVW. Atsi loses the spot to Hina. Looks like she's in trouble again. She's got that the other MDR vehicle right behind her. She's got Naomi. Oh, the only MDR, sorry. Let's do a little onboard lap with Luke. He is very fast. He is such a precise driver. He rarely makes mistakes. Do a little onboard lap with Luke. It's a very technical track. We got first a 180-degree right-hander, then a 180-degree left-hander, then another 180-degree right-hander before a back straight. Back straight that leads into two pretty quick right-handers. Again, if you get the draft on this track, you can very, very much stay close to the car behind. And that's a lap. That's a very quick lap. Luke doing a 21.5 in his last lap times. Kurai behind him, now in trouble as he has Little Bear less than 2 seconds behind him. We're actually going to move back here, see if I can catch it. Nope, definitely not. Where is... I'll get him. Don't worry. Sorry. What the fuck is Kurai's name? Well, we're going Little Bear. So Little Bear making a bit of a move on Kurai now. I got these nice onboard cams now that we can use to look around. You can see him at the far end, but he's not quite close enough yet to get the draft. He's trying his best to catch up to that P2, sorry. Looks like Kurai pulled a bit of a gap on him that lap. Actually, yeah, 2.6 seconds behind now. Let's go back onto their onboard. Looks like Apex has lost that position to MDR as well, falling down to P8. Luke is already coming up to this lap traffic. He's already gone past the Atomic Racing. Luke now setting his sights on that P8 Apex vehicle. And behind Luke, I was just getting by lap traffic. No problem there for Kurai. We got him behind him. We got our Benetta Racing. With Little Bear behind them, we got Iker P4th with Stewart. P5 is going to be for RBW Estrella. P6 behind them is that mid with Hina. Then the MDR and then the Apex following close by. And rounding out that top 10, or I guess is Atomic. So right now, everybody's pretty much like in their own... There's no real battles going on around the track. You can see a nice little overhead view of what the drivers are contending with today. Like I said, 180-degree turn to the right, 180-degree turn to the left, another 180-degree turn to the right. A little more open is what these drivers have to contend with before two very fast right-handers. Very good on the draft here. Just waiting to see what happens. Luke has pulled a very significant lead now with a 3-second lead, actually. Luke has lost about a second. I imagine lap traffic had to do with that. Luke coming under the back of that Apex Angels car now. Not much going on track right now. Let's keep an eye on Luke for a bit. Luke coming by now to lap that Apex Angel vehicle in P8. He's gotten on the inside of Atsi now. He did lose a little bit of time on Kurai again. No, actually he gained 3.3 seconds now on Kurai. The Little Bear has not quite been able to catch up to Kurai. He's sitting there in P3 in about a very lonely race. No man's land, they call it, when you're very far away from the car ahead of you, but also very far away from the car behind you. Which is what's happening to the Little Bear at the moment. He can't quite catch up to Kurai. But he's a long ways away from P4. Iker, who's about 3 seconds back, actually. Something happened to the Apex Angels car. Looks like it's... There she is. Did she go into the pits? I might have missed it if she did. They fall in a lap behind now. I believe it's still too soon to pit. The cars are about 40-something% tires, but they should be considering those pits very soon. 49, I believe, was the number I just read. No, looks like the Apex Angels just fell back for some... Oh, they got lapped by the leader. So, GTSE in P8. Had a wonderful start. She was P4 at the very start, which is great. That's good morale boost. Estrella P5 behind her, Hina now. And it looks like Luke just got past Naomi for P7. GTSE has Kurai on her heels. And Little Bear is right there. Let's follow Little Bear for a lap. Let's see if he can catch up to Kurai. For some reason, he just might have gotten blocked by the lapper by Miss GTSE. Or he hit the wall himself, who knows. But this gives Little Bear an opportunity to catch up to to Kurai. Little Bear about 2.2 seconds behind now. Still a significant gap. Kurai falls 5.3 seconds behind Luke, who's in a very comfortable lead. Luke on the inside of that, P6 or P9. Now, these are the moments I wish I had a co-commentator, because just talking to myself for a bit, I don't know. You know, there's some insights, there's some information that I don't always know. Oh no, sorry, it's 47 minutes remaining. They're about halfway through their tires. Everybody's like at 52, 50, 51, 49% tires. So some people taking care of their tires just slightly better, 2%, not that much, but 2% can mean you can make it to the pits with or without a tire. So definitely good to save tires as much as you can and drive fast. Luke's still in a comfortable lead. Kurai P2, 5.6 seconds back. Little Bear now 8.1 behind. Almost 3 seconds behind Kurai. He's not been able to reel in that RVW. So once more, let's see what's happening out on track. Seems to have been a very chill race, to be honest. Like, not much is really going on. We got a Little Bear trying to get past the lap traffic here, having a bit of trouble. They're a bit reluctant to let them by. He finally does get by now. He's gonna catch up to more lap traffic. Kurai now manages to pull a gap on Little Bear because of that. Kurai 6.6 seconds behind the leader, but almost 4 seconds ahead of Little Bear now. He lost quite a lot of time. Unfortunate for him. Let's see what else is going on around the track. Leave you a little bit of a drive-by camera one more time. It's such a nice. I love hearing the cars just fly by. It's satisfying. I love those flybys. It's so satisfying to me. So the standings at this time, we got Luke Carmona with a 22.0 fastest lap for him. 21.7. Oh no, actually no. I think that upgrades every time. Anyways, Luke leading the race. We got RVW with Kurai in P2. We got Beneto with a Little Bear P3. Stewart is with Iker P4. RVW now. The other RVW is in P5 with Astrea. Mid racing is in P6 with Hina. MDR P7 with Naomi. P8 we got Apex with the Etsy, and finally Atomic. Rounding out those with Christy. It's been a pretty calm race, to be honest. Not much has happened. It's been like a little train. People just going about their business, not doing anything too crazy. Lap traffic has been like the biggest concern for Luke at the moment. He's almost 7 seconds ahead of RBW. We'll see how it is now that when he comes back around start finish. Here comes Luke. As you can see, the gap to P2 is quite significant coming around just now. It's 7.4 seconds. And then behind him is Little Bear there, passing by just now. And P4 coming behind Little Bear right there. Iker, 15 seconds back. P5, Astrea right behind Iker. Luke gets already past 6th, which is Hina. I don't believe we've seen any pit stops just yet. The drivers are about 30% tires at the moment. Usually we start seeing pit stops at or around the 15-20 minute mark. So we'll see how it goes. It seems like the tires last pretty long in this track. It's not very corrosive. It's not very, there's not that many change of directions you can say, like, yeah, it's right, left, right. And then it's a very good layout for the tires. It makes them last really long. I mean, we're already 40 minutes into the race and still we haven't seen a car enter the pits. I believe the lowest I've seen is like 28% tires. So we're good. We're doing good. It's a very calm race. Everybody's just in their trains. But we're getting there. Leave you guys with an overhead view for just a second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I have returned. How are we looking? Looks like we have cars in the pits already, do we? Yeah, we got vehicles in the pits right now. We got that MDR now. No, that's not MDR. That's KBW, RBW. The Clout now is out on track. P1, we got Iker still. I don't believe he has pit mid. P2 is now Luke. Marcus driving for Luke in P2. Everybody except Stewart is pit already. Stewart should be coming into the pits soon. Iker momentarily leading the race. But that is just momentary. The net lead still belongs to Luke Carmona. Racing. Alright. Now as everybody slots back in, let me see where our leaders are. There's Stewart in P1 momentarily leading Marcus, who's now in a battle with the lapper, it seems. Marcus getting by that lapper now, moving. Oh, it's an RBW car. They're fighting him as if, you know, that's not right. Like, yeah, you may be faster, but he's ahead of you, so, well, we'll see. It's fine. I guess the best thing to do with Marcus, instead of just fighting him, is to let him go, follow him close. But again, like I said, some lappers let their ego beat them, and that's the result, but it's fine. Finally, it sorts itself out. Marcus can run his own race now in P2. Still ahead of Stewart, or behind Stewart, but he's not coming to the pits just yet, I believe. No, Stewart goes by now, lap 64 without pitting, so it's definitely something very interesting. I don't know if he pit earlier, but I don't believe he has. Stewart just goes by. No, he's at 4% tire, so he should be pitting very soon. This lap or the next. Like I said, this track is not very corrosive. The asphalt is fairly new, so those tires don't get worn out or degraded as much as they normally would. Looks like Iker is finally coming into the pits right now. That should give the lead back up to Marcus West. Marcus, where's Marcus? Here comes Marcus. He was caught in a bit of a lap traffic fiasco, but he's gotten through, or they've gotten through. He can run his own race now, calm, collected. Marcus coming by the pit right now. Actually, Marcus has Ragnar right behind him now, fighting for position. We have a fight for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. He was caught in between those lappers, and now P2 has managed to bring down that 5-second lead to nothing. And here comes Ragnar looking on the inside for P1. Very aggressive move. He gets the move done into P1. We have a change for the lead. Can Marcus come back and fight again? Not quite there. That was a stupid aggressive move, but it's Ragnar. That does not surprise me. We have a new race leader. And Ragnar running away with it already. P3 Evely looks to be catching up, about 3.4 seconds behind. Never mind. We had a problem for... Disregard. That was not... Oh, yeah, that was... No, that wasn't Marcus. I thought it was Marcus. I got a little scared for a second, but no. Evely now 3.6 seconds behind the leader. Trying to catch up to Marcus. Marcus is... Evely can see... No, sorry. Yeah, Evely can see Marcus in front of her now. Closing the door, Ragnarok now has a 1.5 second lead. Right behind him is Marcus behind them. Evely trying to reel him in. P3 is hunting for P2. And hopefully P1. Here come our top three. Ragnar passing the finish line right now, followed by Marcus and P2. Right behind them, Evely reeling that gap in now. 3.3 seconds behind the leader. This might become a three-way battle for the lead. Seeing how things pan out, P4 would be for the Clout, who's quite a long ways away. P4 is 18 seconds behind P3. I wonder what happened there. They got a big mess of cars here already. We got the leader again, Ragnar. Here comes Marcus. Here comes Evely, reeling that gap in little by little. Give you guys a little flyby. Looks like Evely might have made a mistake there. Lost a little bit of ground to Marcus. Oh my god, it's so hot. It's like fucking 30 degrees. I'm dying. Celsius. I don't know what that is in Gringo. Sorry. Looks like Apex had moved on up to P7 too, which is fantastic to see. You got Lara in the vehicle now, followed by Don Romario MDR P8. Here come our leaders. Marcus now 2.7 seconds behind Ragnar, and guess who's behind them? Evely about 1.3 seconds behind Ragnar. Sorry, behind Marcus. Actually, Evely's caught up to Marcus now. She's got him in his sights. We have a battle for P2, ladies and gentlemen. Coming into turn 1, Evely is right on his heels now. She's got the draft. She is in... Oh, she tried to go to the inside, but hit the wall. Couldn't quite get it done, but she is right there. She's still got the draft. So it's a fight for P2. Marcus needs to hold on, try and give it his very best, make no mistakes. See if he can get by. So far, he seems to have held out the attack. Evely falls back just a little bit, about less than a second now. Etsy. No, it's not back into your place, Etsy. I mean, you started out great. You were in P4. Just people sometimes are a little too aggressive. That was a great race. Or great stint. It was awesome. Right now, Lara's moving on. Lara fell back down to P8, lost that position to the MDR car. Looks like there's a very tight fight for P6, actually. Stewart right ahead. Oops. I might have missed the pass for P3, but Neto. No, not quite yet. Here comes Marcus. Here comes Evely. Marcus managing to hold on very well, but now he's coming up to lap traffic. That's battling. This might be a problem for Marcus. This might be a blessing for Evely. Let's see how this pans out, because they're in a battle. They don't have to yield their positions. Here comes Marcus. Here comes Evely right on his heels. Evely seems to have caught the draft again. Coming into turn 1, Evely on the inside, moving closer, moving closer, moving closer. They're battling up ahead. This is going to be a problem for Marcus. Marcus gets stuck in between the lappers. Here comes Evely on the inside. Beautiful move, using the lappers to her advantage. Oh, but she gets hit by another lapper. Looks like Evely, oh my god, and the lapper hits Marcus too. We don't know what's happening here, but they both get by. Unfortunately, Marcus loses that position. Evely, oh man, what a mess. What a mess, what a mess, what a mess. What was I saying about the lappers? Anyways, we have a new P2, but Marcus is not done. Marcus is right on Evely's heels, and he wants to attack. He wants that P2 right back, and he's going to try and do his very best to get it. He's inside the draft. Yes, he is. Closing back up to Evely. Evely hits Lara. Lara get in the middle again. Another lapper. Lara is side to side. Oh, my God. We got an apex right next to Marcus, who's unfortunately forced wide. Can he get by? He finally does. He's still on Evely's heels. He's still in the draft. He's still in the race. Let's get that P2, Marcus. Here they come one more time. And with that, Lara and the Apex Angels move up to P7 again in front of the MDR vehicle, which is great for them. Here comes Marcus. Marcus does not want to let Evely go. Evely using those lappers to her advantage. 29 minutes to go in the race. We got RBW P1, Benetto now P2, LCR P3 right behind that Benetto racing car. Is it Benetto Racing or is it just Benetto? Sorry, apologies. Let me check very quick. Oh, it's just Benetto. My bad, my bad, my bad. Anyways. Looks like Evely can get a bit of a breather now as Marcus has fallen out of draft. So Evely holds on to the P2, Marcus P3. Looks like Apex is using their advantage as well, that they're in the draft, to move away from the MDR vehicle behind them, which is great to see. Go, Lara! Lara using that P2 to her advantage, staying in the draft, using him to take her ahead. Behind them, who is coming through the pit, the clout, is P4 with that RVW 45, and then mid David Fragonard with the number 99. Stewart now P6, driven by Taylor Arello. Apex P7, driven by Lara. MDR P8, driven by Don Romario. And P9 is Atomic with Sam Phoenix. See where our race leader is at. We're going to follow him through a lap. Here comes Ragnar with actually not so much of a comfortable lead. Evely is actually closing the gap on Ragnar, so Benetto has come back from P7 or P6, I believe, to contend for this race lead, and they are both very fast drivers, Evely and Little Bear. It's a very strong lineup. Looks like Ragnar has his work cut out for him if Evely can catch up right now. Evely about 1.3 seconds behind and closing that gap. Evely is on a mission right now. Evely is going for that win. Yeah. Behind them, Marcus has a nice third place. Another No Man's Land. The Cloud P4 behind him, quite a ways back. Nothing to worry about. But someone who has everything to worry about is Ragnar, as Evely closes in little by little every lap. Evely now 1.3, staying at 1.3 since last lap, but she's definitely got the speed. Once she gets those laps in right, she is going to catch up to that P1 and fight for the lead. Here we go. Evely comes by 1.6. She actually lost 0.3 of a second that lap. Marcus has fallen back about 6.5 seconds from the lead. Lara still behind Marcus, using him as a very, 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 very nice, what do you call it, toe to get up ahead, get those fast lap times. Doing great, doing absolutely great. Evely now reeled those 0.3 back in, 1.3 seconds behind Ragnar. Evely, let's do an onboard lap with Evely here. So Evely can see Ragnar at the end of that straight. Evely can see him. She's got him in his grasp. Evely now 1.4 seconds, staying in between 1.3, 1.6. Looks like Ragnar's doing a very good job of holding that lead, of keeping up the pace. But Evely is right there. She is much closer this lap. 1.1 seconds. Evely is on a mission. Just 0.2 faster that last lap. Evely can see him. He's got lap traffic to contend with. That means Evely's going to get a little bit of a draft. Evely's got the draft on Ragnar. Looks like we have a fight for the lead. Are we going to stay on board, or are we going to go and watch it from above? We're going to stay on board as she closes in to Ragnar. She's got him on his heels. She's right there. She's ready for the attack. Now the question is, where will Evely try and make the move? Looks like the best spot to pass might be into turn 1 as you come in from this full straight with a lot of draft. At the moment, just staying up behind him. Get back. Here come the race leaders. Ragnar now with Evely right on his heels. There is no room for error right now. It is all or nothing for the race win. 24 minutes left in the race. And Evely says, I'll take that P1. Thank you very much. On his heels, doing a little bit of bump drafting. Can she go on the inside? Can she get the move done? Not yet. Ragnar blocks it off. But she's right there. She is got him. She's going to try and do an over-under on the outside. Unfortunately, another over-under. Can she get the cut back in? No. Ragnar defends pretty nicely. Ragnar still holds on to the P1, but Evely is just a moment of time. Evely now on the inside. She's getting ready to make that move. They bump. They hit Evely on the inside, forces him way wide. They hit the wall. We have a new race leader. Evely now moves up to P1, but Ragnar is not done. Ragnar wants that position back. They're going to bump. They're going to bump each other. They're going to keep bumping, and it looks like Evely now manages to get that, or secure that pass. Evely moving that Benedetto to first place. RBW now falls back to second. They are not quite done, though. Ragnar does have the draft. Ragnar is trying to stay in close. Ragnar is trying to get that move done right back. But Evely is having none of that. Evely, she has been faster this stint, so she might be able to pull away. It is hard to get away from someone that's in the draft in this track specifically, but we'll see if Ragnar makes a mistake. Evely can run some perfect laps, 39% tires still. She's got 4% more than Ragnar. She can hold on to this lead. Ragnar now on the draft. Ragnar's closing in. Ragnar moving into her bumper. Can Ragnar get the move done into turn 1? No, he's not quite there. She is safer now. Never mind. Ragnar does a dive bomb, hits her. Get out of the way, he says. He's moving. They're coming together. Ragnar now moving into P1. Another very aggressive pass. So it is. Evely now falls back to P2. Another race leader once more. Ragnar. Being Ragnar. Now Evely's going to regroup and try and get back on his tail to get the move done cleanly like she did the first lap. Or the first time, sorry. Evely catching back up to the draft. Now she just has to reel Ragnar in, do those laps she's been doing, and get him by again. There's still 20 minutes left of the race, so there's definitely time. Nobody needs to get overly crazy just yet. There's still plenty of time of racing to go. There's one, maybe 2 pit stops. I believe just one more pit stop. Evely now back on Ragnar's heels. Evely caught back up. Evely's got the draft. Evely's got the speed. Will she send another dive bomb into turn 1 like he did? Not yet. She stays behind him, gets just a little closer each lap, lining up the perfect spot to pass. Ragnar goes a little wide. Evely's got the pass. Evely's got the move on the inside. Is she going to stay on the inside? Is she going to try and pass him? Ragnar defends. Evely moves onto the inside right before the pit entry. Evely side by side coming through the start straight. Evely's got the inside. Will Ragnar try and defend? He cuts back inside. Actually, no contact. A very good race. Moving on the inside. Evely's got the lead, but he's got the inside. Again, he smashes into her, pushes her way out wide. This seems to be a recurring thing, huh? Evely manages to secure that pass, keeps the first place for now. Ragnar's moving into the pits. Ragnar's boxing. That's going to give Evely a little bit of a breathing room, let her run her free, clean laps. Evely's been fast. Evely's been good. So here we go. Unleash her into the track. She still has about 30% tires, 29, 28. So she's got a few more tires if she wants to stay out on track. Ragnar opting to pit in to go to the very end. I believe the tires can last us 20 minutes. So he's going to go to the very end. And look at that. Apex Angels moves up to P5. Behind the RBW 666. Apex using that little draft she had with Luke to follow through as quickly as she can. But Neto hopping into the pits as well for the final pit stop, responding to that RBW pit. Looks like Evely is out of the vehicle. Back into the vehicle goes Little Bear. Everybody's coming in the pits. Luke Carmona pits as well. Is Marcus going to stay in the vehicle? Are we going to have a driver stop? I believe Marcus is staying. Nope, never mind. Marcus is hopping out of the car and taking his place is Tehran. Back up to the race lead. We have Benedetto now. Disregard, Benedetto is not the race leader anymore. Actually, yeah, they just pit. Looks like it's going to be a very tight exit, but Benedetto maintains that lead just ahead of that RBW. The new RBW is Kurai. So now it's Little Bear versus Kurai for that race win. And I believe that is the final pit stop of the race for both of these drivers. So they are going to race to the end. 18 minutes left to go. Whew. This finally picked up this race. It was a little slow at first, but we've got some action. We've got to fight for the lead. Behind them, we got Iker P7 still. RVW 45 moves up to P3 after those pit stops, or I believe they have not pit yet. Apex is in P4. Let's go, Lara! Followed by Atomic and Mid. Mid in P5. Luke Cremona falls to P6. Remember, this is after pitting. So we're going to see once everybody does their pit sequence. Kurai 1.2 seconds behind. Kurai is right there as Little Bear tries to navigate get by traffic. He does so safely. Not much contention, thankfully. Disregard. That lapper is smacking into Little Bear. Finally, Little Bear gets free. It's Sam Phoenix on that Atomic racing car. Oh, and then one more time, the P3 is... what's happening here? Oh, it's the LCR car getting lapped. I got so confused. So as it stands, Benetto Racing is in P1. Vehicle driven by Lager Bubbles or Little Bear. P2 is the RVW driven by Kurai, just 1.3 seconds back. P3 is the other RVW driven by... I'm not sure, is it the Clout? Yes, it is. P4 is Apex driven by Lara. At the moment, Mid is P5. Driven, no, actually moves up to P4, driven by David Frager. Now, that's good. That's a good fight for P4. Between MD Apex and M Mid. Apex just lost the position, to them. It looks like they're going to be just ahead in that start straight. She is out of the draft, unfortunately, so that might be a proper position for Mid. Apex P5, although Apex, I saw their tires a bit low. Their tires are at 17%, so she will have to box one last time before the end of the race. Oh! Kurai was very close to that P1, but he hit the wall. He got pushed back. He lost quite a few seconds to Little Bear, who now has some nice breathing room up front. Little Bear pulling now a 1.6 second gap after that little wall hit. But Kurai was reeling Little Bear in, so Kurai is fast and Kurai is precise. Let's see if he can catch Little Bear. Let's see if he can contend for that race win at 15 minutes to go. And as you guys know, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on your insurance. Get Geico. Let's do another onboard lap. Let's go with Kurai this time. Whatever the hell his name is. Oh god. Is it Kurai? Is it Corey? No. Who's... I don't know what the fuck. His name is Marcus, Tron, Sasha. Who the hell knows? 50% 50 minutes can save you 15% or more on your insurance. You know it. I guess it's this Asian. No, it's not. That's Daisuke. What the fuck is Kurai's name? The DJ? No, it's not DJ. Nope, definitely not. Is it Golden Boy? It is, apparently. No, that's the Cloud. What the hell? Jet Nav. Nope. I will find Kurai eventually, guys, whatever his name might be. Here it comes. I missed it. I completely missed it. Damn it. Oh, he's Rao. Okay, that makes sense. I do a little onboard lap with Rao. He sees Little Bear just ahead of him. He's about 2.3 seconds behind now. Now looking to get by some lap traffic, but use that lap traffic to his advantage with the draft. Goes on the inside. They let them by. Now he's got Little Bear in his sights. Looks like he closed the gap a little bit now, 2 seconds behind. 0.3 of a second, just that last lap. So Rao is definitely fast. Rao, Little Bear did a 22 flat. Rao did 21.7, so it's a whole 0.3 faster. This time around, Little Bear does a 21.5. Rao does a 22.0, loses quite a lot of time, 0.5, just that lap. So Little Bear stepping it up. Oh my god. There come the leaders. Behind them, the RBW is 10 seconds back. Here he comes now. Behind them, the LCR car now moves up back up to P4. Go Tron. After the pit sequence, Apex comes back down to P8. After a momentary P4. And looks like we got Sasha behind the wheel of that Apex vehicle. Can she get it done? Can she move back up the field? She's got MDR. Not that far ahead. MDR comes by now. The Apex Angel... No, sorry, the mid. I'm confused. Never mind. Okay, yeah. So Apex moves up to P7 now. Behind that MDR. They're a few seconds back, but they can get it back. They can get it back for sure. As we watch our cars fly by the camera. Kurai 1.8 seconds behind Little Bear. Let's see if he can catch them. There comes Little Bear, there comes Kurai. Or Rao. I stay in between 1.8, 2.2 seconds. They're running pretty consistent, similar lap times, so it needs to... I might have to come down to a lapper to see if Rao can catch up to Little Bear. Little Bear is so incredibly consistent and fast. Little Bear now 21.5 again. Rao 21.6. Just a tad bit slower. There comes the Clout. P3, 10 seconds behind the leader. RBW with a 2-3 finish position right now. Here comes Sasha in P7. With Hina right on her heels in P8. Let's follow Hina on the lap behind Sasha. Where is Hina? I wonder. There she is. So Hina right behind that Apex Angel car. This is a battle for P7. Looks like she's got the draft now, sort of. She sort of had the draft. Definitely has it soon coming into the start finish. Can Hina get a catch on that Apex car? Hina with the 21.6, Sasha with a 22 flat. Already on her heels. Looks like we got a battle for P7. Hina trying to make quick work of that Apex Angel vehicle. Sasha doing her best to hold her back. Oh no. I see, thank you. They took a crash. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. But we got to fight for P7. Hina on the right side of that Apex Angel car. And we're going to move on to the outside to catch this. Actually, no, this looks good. This looks good. Looks she's going to try and get the draft, move on to the inside, but Sasha defends. Sasha doing a great job at defending that inside line. Sasha now coming in to the start finish. Can Hina make it on the inside? No. Sasha defends, but Hina does a nice better line. There's contact. Sasha on the inside, Hina on the outside. There's contact again, and Hina gets the move done on the outside. Very well done. Sasha now slotting into that draft. Can Sasha keep up? Can Sasha make the move back? She's staying in the draft for now. Goes a bit wide in that first corner. Loses it. Let's go, Sasha. I believe in you. Here comes the leader again. There goes Little Bear. Here comes Rao. And we're getting word from... yes, you can. Let's get Rao trying to get by lap traffic behind. It's going to be losing a little bit of time to Little Bear, who does 22-1. Rao actually made up some time, 2.5 seconds back now. Still a little ways to go. Tron is P4, P5 is Iker, P6 is Naomi on that MDR, P7 is Mid with Hina stepping in for Daisuke, whom I believe had technical problems. They've fallen down to P7, Apex P8, Atomic now, P9. We're still P9, I mean. 2.6 seconds for Kurai. At the moment, things seem to have calmed down. Sasha followed a little behind that mid-car. Here come the leaders again. Little Bear still maintaining that lead. He's about to lap P8 once more. Put them 4 laps down. And behind him, on a mission is Rao, trying to catch Little Bear, sometimes reeling him in, sometimes losing a lot of ground. I imagine lappers might have something to do with that at the moment. 2.8 seconds behind Little Bear, so slowly losing time. Little Bear slowly creeping away with the win for this race. Al terminar aquí, sí, 6 minutos faltan. En como 10 minutos. En como 10-15 minutos. Oh. We're getting word that Daisuke says someone sabotaged them. I imagine they right-clicked their car yet again. Seems to be a recurring issue every fucking race now, and that's frustrating, honestly. Coming back up to the lead, Little Bear still now a 3-second gap ahead of Rao. He's going to have to do something miraculous with the 5 minutes left of the race to catch up. P3 still held by the clout. P4 with LCR Tron a little bit farther back, a lap back, actually 2 laps back. Oh wow, they fell back quite a lot. What happened to LCR? They were contending for the podium, but seems they have fallen back. Now the leader catching Sasha, who's stayed in P8 for now. Here comes Little Bear. Right behind Little Bear is... There comes Rao. He's slowly losing ground every lap. 3.4 seconds back now. At LCR now P4. The other RBW 11 seconds behind. Hina there. What happened? Oh. I thought Luke had solved the issue of right-clicking cars. I guess he did not. But if you were sabotaged again, that's very fucking frustrating. But it's also unsure if that's possible, because here is just the only one that has any kind of power like that is the sim owner, and I don't think she would do that. So I'm not sure. The walls were catching some people. Daisuke, I don't know if you hit the wall or were close to an apex, but I've seen a couple people get stuck in the apexes through the race. It might have been that. I don't know. I missed it. Kurai made up a little bit of ground this lap. 3.1 seconds behind Little Bear, who's very easily controlling the lead of the race right now. Little Bear doing strong, consistent laps. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left of the race. Anything can happen. A HUD? I'm not sure what you mean by someone using a HUD, because I'm using a HUD on you to watch your race, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. So don't actually click your car. Oh shit. Holy frames. Either way, yeah, I mean, if you have complaints, send them to Emmy. I'm just the commentator here. But 2.9 seconds, we got 2 minutes left on the clock. Looks like Little Bear Benetto is going to come away with the win, and RVW is going to take a P2, P3, which is a great result for the team. Rao not quite able to catch up to Little Bear, 2.9 seconds behind still. As we come around this time, he is at 3.1, so he's slowly yo-yoing in and out, but he's staying pretty far back. P3, the other RBW, also 16 seconds back, more than half a lap behind them. Tron in that LCR, then who's driving the Stewart? Iker in the Stewart. P6 is going to be Hina. On that mid, P7 is going to be Naomi. What happened? Oh yeah, Naomi got past the apex of Sasha. And Atomic is going to be in 9th place with Christine. 1 minute and 16 seconds left. That's about 3 or 4 laps for these drivers. Benetto coming past the finish line right now. Rao managed to sneak in 3 or 4 tenths that lap. Here come our leaders. There goes Benetto. Here comes Rao. Oops. Little Bear having to deal with some traffic. 43 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be 2 laps. I believe it's this lap and 1 more, and that will be the end of the race. Little Bear coming past the finish line. Still 1 more lap to go. White flag, white flag, white flag. Rao 2.5 seconds behind now, but it's not going to be enough. He's only got 1 lap to try and catch Little Bear, who's already running away with the lead. Actually, it might be 2 laps to go. Yeah, it's still 1 more lap to go. The clock has not just yet hit 0. So Little Bear now is getting the white flag. My bad. White flag for the race. 4 seconds left. The timer has run out. Little Bear is going to run away with the win. 2.2 seconds ahead of P2. RVW with a Rao. And P3 is 17 seconds back with the other RVW. But our race winner is going to be Mr. Where is he? Here comes the race leader, Lager Bubbles, or Little Bear winning P with a 1.8 second lead against behind Rao, who's P2, followed by the other RBW of the Cloud. P4 is going to be LCR with with Tron. P5 is Stewart. And what a fun finish! What a great race! It was slow at some times, but overall it was pretty fun. Congratulations to Benetto for taking that beautiful win in RVW for a double podium, P2 and P3. Stewart finishes P5, Mid P6, MDR P7, Apex P8, and Atomic P9. And that is it for the race today, round 3 of 2026, a Gotham City Grand Prix. And now we go, where is the stage? Don't know where the podium is.
love you all.
The Norris celebration. I love it.
We did it, Will! We did it!
The Norris celebration. I love it. We did it, Will. We're gonna go celebrate with little bear. Congratulations, little bear, on the win. Yeah, little bears, LB, I guess. Lagger bubbles. Yeah. So the podium's gonna be set down in the start-finish line. So let's move on to the podium, which will be here soon in a moment. Hi, Lara.
Hey, Laura.
I know I was catching you, man. I was supposed to pass you, but, good race. You did your job.
Whew, that was a fun race to watch near the end. It got spicy. Now we're just waiting for the podium to be set up, and it'll be good to go. Indeed. But I believe I am going to cut the stream off here, guys. I have to run very soon, but thank you very, very much for watching. I am going to leave you guys with a nice little track walk before we go.
I bet. Yeah, you were pushing it. You're supposed to be driving it. Nah.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Sunday.